Boom. So here we are again, me and my boy Liam right here at the Mental Wealth Podcast. Now, there's quite a few topics. We're just going to ramble on as we do, and hopefully we don't talk too much nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. Fingers crossed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So first things first, listen, Team Fit Fast, doing great. We went to the, what's the correct name? What was it called?
Sports Birmingham Awards Ceremony.
I should know that. I should know because I'm an ambassador. But it was a great out there, wasn't it, man?
It was nice, a really good event. Good people, good vibes, very influential people. And everyone that was there there for good reasons.
For good reasons.
None of them were for themselves.
You know what? It's one of the most positive rooms I've been in.
Yeah,
100%,
it was.
You know what
everyone there, they have an award for helping other people.
Yeah, man.
None of it was self-achieved, if that makes sense. Like, it's all, they're there celebrating what they've done for other people.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
real.
I mean?
And I'm going to move like this, but now I'm showing how inflexible I am because that is hurting. Yeah. So I need to work on my flexibility for sure next season. But yeah, it was good, man. It was a great vibe. Big up Melissa, who also rode. Big up yourself, man. Melissa's going to be on the course that we're running, the Blueprint Project. She's going to come in, talk to all the students. It's students that are from underprivileged backgrounds, low-income areas, etc. We're helping them out. Sports Birmingham are helping them out with this funded course that's through my academy, Fit Fast Academy. And you know what? They've all responded really, really well. We've got a strong team. They are, it's just like, it's really rewarding. It's really rewarding. And this is where this guy came from as well. So this is one of my ex-students as well. And he was just levels above in the class, man, honestly. So, you know, it was just great to collab with him, to bring him on board with the academy, with lots of things we're doing. And there's going to be a lot more as well. And here he is at the podcast now. And he's got his own company. What is the company?
Mentality Fitness.
The Mentality Fitness. I'm confusing him with all the mentality stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he's doing amazing things, online coaching, but most importantly, the boxing aspect. Tell me a bit more about like boxing, what it actually, you know, brings to an individual in terms of positives, negatives. I understand you're working with Claire at the moment, who is benefiting really well from the boxing as well, as well as just general trying to train.
Like what I always say is like, when you do something, what do you get out of it? If you can try and give that same sort of, if you can give that to someone else and make them feel what you get out of it as well. So like, for example, for your bodybuilding, you get the routine, the discipline. If you can give that to someone else, it's so rewarding. And I think with boxing, it's easy to start, it's easy to maintain. You can do box anywhere. There's so many gyms around the area. I mean, in Wolves, you've got like over 10. You've got ABC, you've got Firewalker, you've got Eclipse, you've got Darlaston.
It says a lot about Wolves, don't it?
Yeah.
It says a lot about Wolves.
You usually find that there's a lot of boxing gyms in areas that have low income, areas that a lot of crime, because it's there to try and keep kids off the street
100.
and give that sort of routine, that
good mentality
life.
as well, isn't it? Good mentality.
And everyone has so much respect when you go into a boxing gym. All the respect.
100. And you know, it's not even just for, you know, people from low-income areas, rougher areas. Not. It's also just for the average person. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Perton boy here, look at his hair. Perton boy's got a little quiff here going. But he has got, you know, he's upgrading. He's upgrading, man. He's got the trim.
Bum fluff. Dean's Barbers, you know how
it's like a mixture at the moment, isn't it?
It's a mixture.
You know what I'm saying? He's got the fade. He's got the fade, but he's still got the what's it called, comb over? I don't know.
Comb over. I'm not
whatever it's called.
Comb over. Fucking hell.
Nah, you got a nice combo going, man. But it's even for like your everyday person as well.
Of course.
Working in an office, stressful environments, you know, juggling kids and all these things, venting off, getting out that negative energy that life kind of,
and it puts you in a different environment. I mean, when I go to the gym, like, there's people in there that I probably wouldn't have ever spoken to in normal day life, and they probably wouldn't have spoken to me. You know, different areas, different communities, and you have them own sort of judgments already before you meet them. And it just breaks that barrier because you're all working hard together. It's the same as a normal gym, you know. But when you're in a boxing gym, it's just a different sort of energy.
It's a different vibe.
It's a different energy, man.
Different vibe. And it's something you just have to experience. You have to experience. So
regardless
like,
of the boxing gym as well.
100.
A lot of time, like different boxing gyms, they have different qualities, different positives, different negatives. But most of the time, it's the people and the energy there. If the energy is good, then you'll train hard. The learning element tends to sort of, in the amateur sort of clubs, it comes a lot of time from yourself until, you know, the coaches kind of see, you know, you're reaching a certain level of different consistency. Most gyms are like that just because they're underfunded. The gyms that are quite, you know, well accommodated with finance, they're the ones that can allocate coaches to a certain individual. They can allocate that attention to someone.
And that's the benefit of having a one-to-one.
Yes, exactly.
And you know, like we have got a ring here.
We have,
Liam's available as well. So, you know, honestly, you know, if you do want to try it out, contact me or Liam, and I'll push you in the right direction for this guy. Because honestly, speaking of Liam and coaching, If you haven't seen it, go on my Instagram, you'll be able to scroll down a little bit, you'll see my fight. And this was the man with the game plan. So we went in, we're talking a little bit about it, like just briefly about it.
Actually a year, almost a year ago.
It's a year.
Like this
week, month, I think it's around about this time, a year ago. I was struggling with a few injuries, my asthma was kicking off. It was a real struggle. Me and Liam had worked on a few things here and there. And then, you know what, I was 50-50 about doing it. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Accountability. Liam was there. Liam knew I was going to, he was there as well. I was a bit of accountability and accountability myself as well. So that's what a coach can bring to you. Mm-hmm. And also, when we got there, we, devised a plan. So Liam was like, right, he's a taller individual. I've noticed a few things here and there. In fact, I'll let you speak about that.
Well, I think you've underplayed how fucked you were. You were gone.
I was gone.
You were gone.
It was like my shoulder was mashed, my knee was mashed.
We trained together a few times, but I'd only ever seen you proper go hard once. And I never knew. I never knew that Dan had a really bad knee injury, a really bad shoulder injury to the point he couldn't even raise his left shoulder above 90 degrees. So that means there's 0 jabs to the head, 0 hooks to the head. That's fucked, right?
Without extreme pain.
Asthma was really playing up. I remember we were doing like shadow boxing, and after like a minute, it was inhaler.
I didn't walk up the stairs and I went out of breath.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll go to the toilet. And I got out of
stressed.
Breath, walking up the stairs, and I remember walking up the stairs, getting out of breath because I'd chilled here for a bit before I went upstairs. And then I went up the stairs and I was out of breath, and I was like, this is a problem. Man. This is a problem.
And that was only a few weeks away from the fight. And then on the actual fight day. You forgot your groin guard. We went around Sports Direct, Decathlon, any way you could think of.
I think my head was all over the place. And
everywhere.
It was like leading up to that was very... I was speaking to Liam about this just earlier as well. I was like, you know what, just before the actual, maybe like a couple of days, I can't remember when I contacted you to say, I'm going to definitely do it. I just thought, you know what, we're going to go for it, man. We're just going to go for it. I'd pushed myself to a limit because obviously, as we mentioned, my asthma was in such a bad place that just walking up the stairs, I was getting out of breath. So what I knew is I had to train that much harder just to be even below average. So what I was doing was like interval training. I was coming in here on my own, doing lots of drills and stuff, and just pushing myself. And it was killing me. Honestly, it was horrible because my chest would tighten. I felt self-conscious because I'm in the gym. Like I was in the Bentley Bridge one, and I was doing intervals, and I was getting out of breath really fast. And I thought people were going to look at me and think, this guy's fitness is terrible. And that's why I was coming in here when the gym was closed and training on my own.
And that is Dan, who's been in the gym for years and years, still feeling a little bit self-aware.
So I could understand. You know what I'm saying?
It gives you that outlook on other people as well.
That's it, 100%.
You were really struggling.
I was struggling bad, and I had to push I remember really psychologically on that cross trainer doing intervals, and I went on the bike doing intervals, and it felt so unfit. It's just the fact that my asthma was making my chest so tight that I was struggling to do basic intervals, and I was like, I don't think this is going to happen. But I just kept going to the gym, and I was like, maybe it will just get better. Maybe this problem will stop. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to do the inhalers and stuff, and I thought maybe just in time it will stop. And it was actually getting better, but it was still there. And I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to Spartan mentality. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go in, and it's going to be a story that I'm going to put up a fight no matter what. I'm going to be like, I battled through this, win or lose. Even if I lose, with this, with the tight chest, with the shoulder, with the knee, and I battled through it. And I thought I'm going to do that. So it was just lucky that I won.
We got there, and you had opponents pull out as well, didn't you? But not only that. So a lot of the time, just a shoulder injury could cause a fight to pull out. Just the knee injury would cause a fight to pull out. The asthma would 100% cause a fight to pull out. Then Dan's had multiple opponents pull out. The guy who we realised we're fighting, we only find out on the day, don't we?
On the day.
And we don't know what it looks like. We know he won the weekend previous. And did he knock the other guy out?
I can't remember.
Like that?
I can't remember what he won.
He won the fight previous. And the promoter showed us a video. It was about a 10-second clip.
That was it.
And from that,
and we didn't see how tall he was,
my man, he put Dan. Made Dan look like a midget. He was massive.
Remember when we were in the far corner and we seen him coming, he was just getting taller and taller.
He wasn't it? I was shitting myself. I was
like, and I remember when you do that, and you pull him in, and I was in his chest. So
he was massive, man. He was a unit.
He was a big man.
Proper Londoner. It's quite intimidating, really.
He was a nice guy as well. He was a nice guy.
Mate, he was so lovely.
And this guy came up with a plan. You know what I'm saying? And because he gave me that plan, gave me a bit more confidence.
Yeah.
So I was already
That's all
kind of
it is.
psyching myself up,
Yeah.
And the way he approached it, his mannerism, like, and you'd say a few things to me before as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to make sure
yeah,
that I was there.
yeah.
Because I think you could tell that, like,
100%.
you could tell, and it,
I
like,
knew you were
these things are
struggling.
affecting me.
Yeah.
I took like, I shouldn't say it, but I took like 8 ibuprofen before. Remember,
Yeah.
I went to Jan and I was like, do you have any ibuprofen? She had some,
Yeah.
and she gave me a pack. And I was like, oh, cool. And I just finished the pack. There was like 6 or 8 of them, only because I was thinking about the pain, and I just needed a painkiller. But I probably took too many. Nothing happened, so it was fine.
Yeah.
But like, his confidence mirrored onto me. It reflected. And I remember you were like, right, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And that was it. And I was like, right, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
And I don't think, like, I could have had the shittest game plan, but because I know you trust me and have that respect,
Exactly.
I know you're going to do it straight away.
Yeah.
It's so important to have that trust with your coach. If your coach says something and you can't act on that 100% faithfully, then there's nothing there. You're never going to be able to listen to them.
100.
And things get tough. Like, inside, I was thinking, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
you were thinking.
I was stressed.
Because remember, when you must have said something to me, and I says, yeah, maybe.
Yes.
And you were like,
we were at the table, and I think it was one of the people that came with us, and they said, Dan, are you going to knock him out, or are you going to win? And Dan said, I don't know, maybe we'll see what happens. I'll do my best. Mate, I sat.
You
I was
bollocked me.
that meme of the woman where she goes like, I literally did that. I was like, huh?
Yeah. You're like, what?
You
were like, what?
What the fuck? Like, what are you about? You're going to
because
go
of all
in
these
there,
things. Yeah.
But regardless, you've always got to go in there thinking, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Because regardless of what happens, you're going to have that strong mentality.
You've got to have the mentality. And that's what you reinforced. That's what you reinforced. And I remember you saying it, and I was like, yeah, man. Yeah. We're just going to do it. Yeah. And then,
but it's mad because you were like, it literally, like, it was like I was playing a video game. Every single thing I told Dan to do, the first 10 seconds, he did, and knocked the guy clean out. With all the footage over anyway.
Like 10, was it 10 seconds or like that? Yeah, man, just
12
straight
seconds.
up. And you know what's funny on the video? Like, I went back to the corner, and I hadn't really looked over there at him really. Like, I was just like focused on coming back to the corner. And then you must have said something, and I looked at you, and I was like, but I was still focused on, I was going to go back in there. Yeah. And then I looked over, and then the referee was like, and then I was like, oh, and then you come up and you was like, yeah, man, cool, you know what I'm saying, like that.
I was very gassed. You come back to the corner and you were still so focused. I've cornered some people before and that level of focusedness is just not there. It's really not there, especially when you've landed a knockout like Dan did. It's straight away like celebrating, hands in the air. He marched to the corner and was like, yep. And I went, breathe, control your breathing, breathe.
Because I was just focused on going back in,
And then we both looked at the guy and he's unconscious. I'm talking unconscious. The doctor's in the ring. And that's when I started to feel bad because I was screaming so loud. I was like,
and then we went over there and checked him.
It was a lovely guy.
Man.
Lovely guy. But it's good energy.
That type of feeling is something that can't be replaced. And that's why, like you said at the beginning, him helping other people to, whether it it's not even just boxing, it's empowering themselves. He's going to feel good from it. Do you know what I'm saying? So when he helps a client, anyone that's going to come down and try it, or any of his clients, you know what I'm saying, you win as well. So I definitely recommend, trying it out. If you've not tried boxing, pad work, anything, it's a good way to exercise, it's a good way to vent out stress, feel positive, positive endorphins, dopamine, etc. So give it a try, especially with the main man right here.
Let's do it, man.
On that topic of boxing, we've got some big fights coming up, innit?
We have,
Should we talk local or should we talk commercial first?
We'll talk about past. We had our, what was the fight, Dan? How did you think the fight went?
Which one?
The pensioner, the guy that's got the OAP bus pass.
Gosh. That's terrible, man. So Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, terrible, man. But I mean, and they made some serious money.
It's exactly what we said on our last pod. It was literally just a shit show.
It was a shit show, man.
Everyone's hyping Mike up. It's not Iron Mike. It's not Iron Mike. He's 58. My dad is 58. My dad can't even lift his fucking hands above his head.
It's terrible. And you know what it's like? It's like, just imagine any sport. What 58 or 60-year-old can you bring out from any sport and they come and compete with a young
Not
guy?
only a sport, a combat sport where you get like hit in the head repeatedly. Football, imagine if a 58-year-old came back, everyone's thinking, oh, his cardio's not there, that's not there, his reflexes aren't the same. He ain't getting punched for it. He's not getting, his life's not on the line for making them mistakes.
Exactly.
He might lose a point. That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Boxing, your reflexes are a millisecond late, knocked out, unconscious. The amount of like fatalities in boxing. Like
is bad.
At 58 years old, he should not have been sanctioned at all.
Not at all.
I don't know what they were thinking. Like, I think they must have been watching the fucking Instagram reels as well.
You know seeing what it is, pads. You know what it is?
They film a 10-second pad. We know, because me and Dan, we film videos. We know how videos are made. We know the editing process. Mate, after them, he's on the floor, gassed. He's on the floor with oxygen to his mouth. I fully believe it. I think he finishes the pads and he's on the floor, collapsed, and he's got oxygen.
I think so. They're like, right, let's do this. 10 seconds only. And he's smashed. I
believe that.
This was all just money, wasn't it? And it's a shame. It's a shame.
It is, because I was saying it to...
I think more people, now that Mike Tyson's done it,
man, everyone.
I think a lot of old people are going to come out and fight.
They want the limelight again, they want to experience that one more time.
They want to come back to it, don't they?
They do, but it's a shadow of themselves. Their pride, it's like, would you want to bodybuild in 30 years' time knowing you're going to look nothing like the way you do?
A guy called Kevin Levron, well, some people call him Levroni, but I call him Kevin Levron. He did it. He's like from back in the 90s. And he came back probably, I don't know, like 10 years ago. And he looked terrible.
In bodybuilding?
He looked terrible. He looked terrible, but everyone hyped it up. In fact, it's exactly the same as Mike Tyson, but obviously there's no physical damage. But everyone was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna win. He's gonna win Mr. Olympia. It was the worst thing you've ever seen, ever.
But it's even like, it's just sad to see, because you've seen the prime. It's like, right now, you're in your prime. Now imagine in 20 years' time.
I'm going to
watch you and I'm going to think, I've seen Dan look so much better than this.
It's not cool, is it? And you're going against the younger version of you. You're going against the younger version of you. A hungry, young,
And where's that left Jake? He's a face of boxing.
He's literally the face of boxing now.
Not skill level, but everyone wants to know. Daniel Dubois, Better Biev. No, was it Better Biev? Yeah, it was Better Biev, I think, It was.
Mate,
all these guys are calling him out.
To think he's actually the face of boxing. He's actually the face of boxing.
That says so much about our day and age.
I never really thought about that, but he is actually the face of boxing. He's overtaken Canelo.
That's bad. If I said to my mom, like, Canelo, she'd be like, who?
She'd be like, who?
Even if I said Usyk, she only knows about Usyk because I'd say to her, but she would be like, who? Tyson Fury, she knows a little bit, but if I said Jake Paul, she goes, oh yeah, I know him.
It's bad.
It's embarrassing, but it's just true. It is true.
He's been let in.
If you go to boxing gyms and you go to the young kids, or you go to a lot of them, if you say, let's say Lomachenko, for example. Some of the kids are like, what's a Lomachenko? Is that Pokemon?
It's true,
I mean? If I said Jake Paul, they go, oh, Jake Paul,
Oh, it's bad.
It's bad. And
even, what's his name? Tommy Fury?
Oh, man.
He's more known than most boxers.
He's so bad.
And he's more known than most boxers. He's bad. It's actually bad.
But them are the guys that are taking advantage of this era. This era is all social media. You've got to be using this, and I think in aspects, that's where people like Ben Whittaker have grown. Even like Ryan Garcia. I mean, he went huge. Played the game. I mean, his mental health's gone. But like, if you look at him back in the day, weird guy.
He's not as bad as Conor McGregor.
He's got a fight coming up, hasn't he?
Has he not? Oh yeah. So is he banned? Is he banned lifting now?
No, I think it's some next sort of promotion.
Some next shit not sanctioned
it's weird, man.
That's mad, isn't it? So literally, there is no penalty, is there?
Because he's still going to do his thing. People are still going to pay.
Because it doesn't matter if it's with them.
And what the belts even mean anymore?
They don't mean anything anymore.
Mate, they strip Usyk off a belt just so they can set up a Dubois and fucking AJ fight.
It's all politics.
It's all money.
When they want to let someone keep the belt, they let them keep the belt. And when they want to, it's bad, man. Speaking of that, has he actually announced anything?
I don't think so. Actually, I saw a picture posted earlier today from Bright Star, which is down Shifnal, and Ben Whittaker was at that place, and it made me think, I haven't actually seen him on any post or post anything, but he's out in local gyms, so I don't know what it is, whether it's getting the reputation back,
he has to,
it's going back to the foundation, isn't it? He's obviously been told, I've got to go back, build the fan base back, show everyone how humble you are.
He's lost some. So he's trying to gain it back up. Yeah,
it's
that
smart.
makes sense.
You've got to show that humbleness again. You've got to show that, I am
whether it's real or not. Whether it's real or not, innit? But the game's a game, isn't it?
The game's a game.
Speaking of that, Tyson Tyson Fury's fighting about 3 weeks.
Yeah, 21st, I think, of December.
21st, yeah. I mean, I've been looking at him, and you know what? He has not changed, but it's different approach in it. He's not so much out there, and his dad's coming in and all this. I think he's a bit more focused. I don't think it's going to affect the results.
No, I think it's.
But I think it's going to be a bit more competitive.
I think we'll see a different level of focus from Fury. I know. I watched the face-to-face, and this was filmed a long time ago, but it only came out recently, and he said his argument, so me and you might say to Fury, make Usyk fight in the back foot, push him back, and then...
I think I've seen this.
He said...
Did he say he was like taking a piss or something?
Yeah, he said, if I was to push Usyk back, that's exactly what he wants, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I saw Usyk smile, and it's just, Usyk's got this level of confidence about him that no matter what anyone says... He knows it's going to happen.
Yeah.
He is like a villain. He's like an ultimate villain.
Yeah.
He's like a nightmare man.
You know what the mad thing about it is, like, so you know what some fighters, they'll be like, you got Conor Ben and like Chris Eubank, they've got this kind of tension.
Yeah.
And it's so much is on the line.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury tries his little mind games and he'll just laugh, and his face, really like.
Mate, it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
It's almost like I can't piss this guy off.
I can't get under his skin.
I can't get under it. And you know what? He's making me look like a fool because if I lose, then he's acting like a bit of a comedian. Yeah. He's going to look even
hilarious,
worse.
Man. He walked up in the Hitman outfit and everything. What a guy. What a guy.
He's a class guy.
The level of confidence he has. I mean, he went straight up to Fury's table on the press conference and pulled out a picture of him banging Fury in the face.
I'm trying to sign it.
But Fury got up and did it. Imagine that.
They are becoming a bit of a good duo. A good duo.
Like starting to bounce
because they're different and they're different. So you know sometimes when you get two people the same, it's like constant. Yeah. But this one is actually like entertaining now. It's entertaining.
I think Usyk still wins that every day.
Definitely.
I think Fury, his team.
What's the prediction?
I think he'll go the full distance again.
Yeah.
I think he'll go the full distance.
I think Tyson Fury is going to be a bit more cautious.
Yeah,
so I think it's just going to go distance.
When you've been hurt, you're going to be reluctant to throw again.
You're going to be,
He hasn't felt like
he's trying out boxing.
He's been knocked down by Wilder, but he's never been off on his feet. That's so different in boxing. When you get knocked down, even when you got knocked out by Wilder, you wake up and you're like, fucking hell.
I'm
going to do that again. I'm going to go back in. When you're getting ping-ponged around the ring, you don't know where you are. You're just getting battered. You can't do anything. You're getting battered. That is so much worse.
It's like humbling, isn't it?
It's humbling. Because you think, it wasn't one mistake.
Because you can't go, I just got caught.
You can't even make that excuse for yourself anymore.
So
I think he's going to be so much more reluctant to throw them shots.
Yeah, I think unanimous, what do you reckon? Oh no, I think split.
I think it'll be split again. I think the way judges are, it'll be split.
It'll be split. And to be honest, I think it's to be fair, I think it's going to be a bit more competitive anyway. So I do think split. I think Usyk split. I think it will be one of those ones where they can leave it to the Fury fans who at least say, it was close and stuff. But he'll win. He'll win.
100%.
So coming off the boxing, bodybuilding, I will be flying out to Germany.
He will indeed.
That will be. This is how you know I'm dieting. Tomorrow. Is it Thursday today?
It is,
yes,
mate,
I'm flying out tomorrow. I should know that, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Flying out tomorrow morning. It's going to be an interesting one because actually I'm going to catch the coach like midnight tonight. So midnight tonight, go London, Heathrow, chill there for about, an hour or two. And then we fly out, 2 hours and then fly out. Germany on the Friday, compete in Germany on the Saturday, fly to Italy on the Sunday morning, compete in Italy on the Sunday morning, and then I might just travel somewhere for a day or two.
You deserve it, man.
Yeah, because that'll be my last competition.
And it's tough.
And then I'll come back. Yeah. So it's been tough, but what's been good is the momentum has gradually increased in a positive way. So earlier in this season, everything was a little bit tough, like a Rubik's Cube, to bring things together, from my appetite, my mentality, my focus. There were so many things like I was trying to put together. But, if you just keep pushing through, it's almost like the boxing, how we explained it earlier. You keep pushing through, you keep turning up, you keep trying to figure it out day by day, but keeping on the process. And eventually that Rubik's Cube comes together. Yeah. And when it came together, I knew that I would at least be at my best or close to my best for this one.
To compete.
Yeah. So you always know.
To be competitive, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah. So you always have to keep turning up until the Rubik's Cube, shall I say, turns and dials correctly, or you can at least start to see it.
You start to see the pattern.
You start to see the pattern. Yeah. And I could see it, and I was like, yes. And then I didn't care about the other competitions because I was on the right track.
Yeah.
These other competitions are more about the vibe, the environment, the people, the consistency, the journey. And then I could see that end goal, and we're here now, and it feels good. So carbs in today, carbs in tomorrow. I'll go more of a kind of fat loading, like, you know, good fats on the morning, along with protein. So I'll ease back on the carbs on the day. And obviously water manipulation as well. So I've still got water to drop, I've still got carbs to go in. So this is a period where the physique, did I say physique? I don't know what I just said.
Yeah.
Physique really starts to make its most changes. So that's this period of time now. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So over these next 2 or 3 days, the most change will happen, and I feel good.
Yeah,
I feel good. I was saying
your
to you
energy's
before,
still good, high.
my energy's okay. My appetite's in a good place.
Yeah.
I was saying to you last year, not at this stage, but like earlier before the last competitions, man, I was gone, man. I was saying, wasn't I? I was like, weeks before, all I could think about was this ending and thinking about what I'm going to eat after, what I'm going to do after, the flexibility of not having to do cardio in the morning, not to do cardio before bed, and all these things. And I'm thinking about it being over. Yeah. Not so much now. So like I said, whenever you're going through something difficult, whether it be as an athlete, whether it be as an individual, what you've got to do is keep turning up, but make sure you got a plan. So a solution, and that will resolve things. And it was like, keep turning up, keep sticking to the process, but make sure you have a plan. And you're going to say, this is how I'm going to improve this is how I'm going to improve that. And I know I can, and then you'll start to see that process unveiling in a positive way. And that's where I'm at now. So obviously when I get back, so like I said, after the Italy one, I was going to see how I feel. Might come straight back to the UK, might go, I don't know, somewhere close by, you know, chill on the beach for a bit. Then I'll be back, and it's back to the grind. So it's back to fast fitness. We're going to obviously focus on the coaching aspect, you know, bringing some other people into competition next year, bringing some general lifestyle clients as well towards their target, which Liam himself will also be doing, whether it be from a boxing standpoint, general lifestyle, well-being standpoint as well, but most importantly, up here as well. So that's going to be the most important thing. From the academy, the Blueprint project, so we can put full focus into that. So not just the students from FitFast Academy, but the Blueprint projects, which includes students from underprivileged backgrounds, low-income areas, etc., that are looking to achieve their level 2 and level 3 as well, and some other qualifications too, and get them out there in the industry. That's been really rewarding. So we're going to focus on that, and there's going to be some fundraisers around Christmas for both Sports Birmingham and just FitFast Academy in general. Black Santa might come back as well, so you might see Black Santa. Black Santa might be back.
I have to put a few images up of back in the day, man.
That was good times, man. That was good times. You know what? We need Black Santa, we need White Santa.
There's already a White Santa now. That's no difference.
We'll get you a beard. We'll see what we can do.
Get me a beard. Pending. That's an insult, man. I've been working on this for 19 years.
You need some help. You need some help. You need help, man. So if anyone can help him out with that, maybe some formulas, advice.
Formulas, send them over.
He needs it. He'll give you some gym tips. You give him some beard tips, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, man.
What's your goals coming into, well, obviously, the last remainder of this month, December, and next year? I know I put you on the spot, but what's the initial goals and what's your plans?
So, like, in coaching-wise, I've started down coaching at Darlaston Boxing Club. So, I'm going to try and move a few of my sort of one-to-one clients over there, because I think it's a very good gym, and they allocate their attention to everyone. They, you know, give that opportunity to everyone. And seeing all of the guys improve. I mean, yesterday went down, and there's a young lad, and I could straight away tell. I could just tell something about him. He was a little bit shy. He wasn't confident. But shadowboxing wise, I'm watching everyone. They're all doing flashy stuff, and they're trying to do things that they've seen on the internet. And this guy had the best fundamentals I think I've ever seen. You know, really good fundamentals. But I was chatting to the other coaches, and none of them. I said, "Is this guy carded?" They went, "No. He hasn't been with us long." No, right. "Oh no, we haven't." I went, "Why not?" And it was unbelievable. And when I said that, the head coach then spent the next hour with the guy on pads, and seeing him change and the confidence boost was incredible.
So that's you putting your kind of foot stamp on there as well?
Well, sometimes it's just having that other person. Because when you're used to your environment,
you get in a rhythm.
You get numb. You get numb to coaching, and that's the last thing me and Dan want as coaches ourselves. We never want to get numb. As soon as you get numb, you're no longer going to benefit anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, get some of my guys into the amateurs next year. I know I've got a few guys fighting on the GR8 event in February.
Nice.
So it's a Sikh event, so sort of empowering Sikhs into the sport of boxing.
Nice.
So it's very good, very well organised as well.
Big.
So that should be good. I've got Pav and Ruben, good guys, man. So they'll be fighting on that card as well. But yeah, for myself, mate, it's just cracking on, innit? Cracking on, and that's
positive,
the best thing.
positive vibes.
Yeah.
And like you said, you keep turning up, you keep doing positive things.
Yeah, you've got to.
You keep looking in a positive direction. It all comes together, doesn't it?
It's not like finding happy. It's not that. It's not trying to find the emotion, but it's finding the path that helps you have that emotion.
Yes,
There's
that leads towards
happiness.
it. Yes.
I know, especially for you, happiness comes from routine and being in control and doing the same sort of things and being consistent. That's just something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
I'm quite similar. I'm happy from making sure that I know I've made a day productive.
Ticking
I know
boxes,
I've helped
isn't it?
someone.
Yeah, ticking boxes, 100. So if anyone wants to get into, boxing, general gym, lifestyle, improving their general well-being and mentality, how can they get in touch with you?
LP Boxer on Instagram, or my number is in my description on Instagram as well. Boom. So drop me a message on WhatsApp.
Yep.
One-to-one.
Group highly recommended. Highly recommended by myself. You've heard, the impact that he's had on myself in a positive way, and you can do that for many others as well. So big up, massive respect.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Anything else you want to touch on before we go? Cover some good topics. I think it's going to be a good year, man. The end of the year. I think Christmas is coming up now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's positive vibes.
Especially this time of year, it's cold.
It's cold.
Especially in
it's hard to get in here. You know what I'm saying?
Gym.
Only the strong survive. Good mentality, and that's why it's good having being around positive people. Whether it be a coach, whether it be a friend, family member, whatever it may be. Make sure that you are, spending time around the right energy, because that's most important.
The quote that I'm gonna put in is from Nelson Mandela, and I might butcher it, but it's when you're dying of thirst and you see poison, your first thought isn't to drink it.
Yes.
But when you're lonely and you're alone and you're scared and you're anxious and depressed, you see toxic people and you hold on to them. You consume it. But when you're dehydrated, you see poison, you don't drink it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's an important message there.
Yeah.
And on that note, positive message there to another end to a positive week. Yeah. And there's going to be much more positive podcasts and messages out there. So stay in touch. Make sure you keep posted. Like, subscribe, comment if you want us to talk about any other topics.
Yeah, man.
If you have any questions, let us know. Gang right here. Peace out.